What's going on, everyone? And today I am in Germany. I'm not at the studio. I'm here at the hotel room, so I kind of like rigged up with a couple of lights. I figure the curtains are going to be a good background, and I just didn't want to miss our live broadcast that we do every Sunday. And today it is in Germany about 4:25 a.m. All right, so some of you might be, hey, what happened with FKR 8 p.m.? Well, so I was at this convention in Dortmund, Germany, and I didn't even have time to do anything. Plus, getting adjusted with a jet lag, it was kind of rough. So I'm like, what do I do? Do I do a live broadcast just from anywhere in the room, or do I wait until I get back to Miami and do it right? So I'm like, you know what? Just gonna turn off the phone, set up a couple of lights, and we're gonna do the best, you know. And actually, I came up with a really good topic to discuss today. At least it's a really good topic for us at FK Irons, and it's something that has been emerging these days more and more and more. What the hell is going on with sponsorship? Why is everyone want to get sponsored these days? Why? What's going on with people, right? So let me know if the audio is right. I'm actually using an external microphone on the iPhone. Hopefully this is going to make, what you may call it? What is it? Swipe like this. There you go. So hopefully this is going to make this sound a little bit better. Good sound? Okay. Let me know if I have to change anything. So guys, thank you. All the Remain Tattoo Studio, the usual suspects, joining us as always. So today I wanted to talk about sponsorships. You know, everyone is asking us about sponsorship. And I don't know what happened in the past couple of years that all of a sudden, like, you have to be sponsored to be a good artist. And I think that a lot of artists are mixing the actual meaning of being sponsored and how sponsorship works. So, reviewing a lot of those emails that we get, we get people asking for sponsorships, but when we go ahead and check out their work, I mean, I gotta say that 95% of those artists that ask for sponsorship, they are nowhere close to even work at a professional tattoo shop. You know, some of them. Some of them, they're good, but I'm like, you are right now worried or concerned about getting sponsored, where I see a lot of room for your art to improve first. And the way that sponsorship works, and I don't know when we started sponsoring artists. Well, I mean, actually, I remember, and I probably told this story in other videos, but when I first started building tattoo machines professionally, I had a group of friends that, I want them to test our machine. And one of those guys was Nick Baxter, Lucas Natalini, I remember, Jeff myself, Sean Z, even Guy Atchison. There were a couple of guys that really helped me to fine tune the machines. They were telling me what they like about the machine, what they didn't. So I kind of like called that group FKR Pro Team, because they were actually the pros that were helping me build this better tattoo equipment. And all of a sudden, the FKR Pro Team was born. I don't recall at that time. We're talking about 2000 and what is it, 8 or 7? I don't recall anyone having pro teams. And I got a lot of backlash because of that. I remember people telling me, oh, what are you guys, the NASCAR? And I have to give the same explanation to people. It's not that we pay these artists or is anything. They're actually helping me improve the equipment that I'm making. So years go by, and start seeing more and more people sponsoring artists, and all of a sudden it seems like you have to be sponsored to even be considered a tattoo artist. And I want to make this video because I want to, maybe for all those guys that were thinking about sending an email, or those guys that are considering like hitting other companies with sponsorship, if you haven't been approached by a sponsor, by someone that is interested in your work, perhaps you have a long way to go, or perhaps you're not marketing yourself right. And I say market because these days it's all about the marketing. People are going to find your great work if you promote yourself. Let's pretend you tattoo in the middle of the woods, in a cabin. You just tattoo a couple of people around you. Well, guess what? Only the people around you are going to know your art, and perhaps you're not going to be able to succeed as a tattoo artist as a profession if you do not allow yourself to get your art exposed to the masses, to the clientele, to the type of customer base that you're catering to. So the first thing that you have to do is make sure that your tattoos are pro team material, you know? So if your shading is nowhere close, if your lines are all jacked up, if you cannot really produce a quality tattoo that will blow people's mind, because that's what it takes. You gotta blow people's mind with a tattoo. Anyone can do an okay tattoo. I don't even consider myself a pro team of any type of brand type of guy, because first of all, I should be pro team FK Iron of builders, but when it comes to tattooing, I don't tattoo like I used to every single day, 24/7. I get maybe a couple of tattoos a day. So I am being honest with myself. I'm not pro team material. You know, my art, it's not pro team material today. Yes, I can do great tattoos. Yes, I could get there. Yes, I can. It's not what I'm in this industry for. I'm not in this industry to have a title. And a lot of people these days are, very concerned about the title and having as many sponsors as possible, like if that means something in the end, And in the end, like, most customers are not gonna give a damn if you're a sponsor or not. They're gonna want to see your work. And I think that you should work towards bettering your tattooing. And if you're that great, because let me tell you, there are some guys that ask and they're really, really good. And I'm like, where have you been? But this is going to be another topic that I'm going to be discussing in just a little bit. So I'm talking about the majority of the people that, ask to be sponsored and they probably haven't even put the right amount of time. And guys, I'm not trying to discourage you guys, the beginners. I was a beginner. I consider myself that I have a lot to learn when it comes to tattooing. In fact, every day I learn something new. So I'm not trying to put you down, guys, but I'm trying to set the record straight with the sponsorship, thing. Do not ask for sponsorship. That is the lamest thing that you can do. It's like, do you think that Ferrari gets inquiries? They pick their drivers via email. Do you think that NASCAR does it the same thing? No. You know how they do it? They go to all the races and they see who's the guy that's winning all the trophies, who's the guy that's in the highlight, who's the guy that's in the spotlight in the news. They approach those guys. So the companies are the ones that actually approach them, and a lot of those, and a lot of those guys probably have sponsorships to choose from. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to that point when you get to pick who do you want to be sponsored by. It's not that you send emails to the company and you're begging for sponsorship, and then you send like an email with tons of with tons of pictures. Let me see if I can lower this light. It's a little bit too harsh. There you go. Put it a little further. So, they blast people with emails. Like, we're getting like all these emails with like the portfolio of 30 pictures in one email that takes forever to download. And guys, this is not the way to approach a sponsorship. And now I'm going to talk about the guys. And again, hold on one second, because I am going to tell you how to get there if that's what you really are into. But I'm going to tell you about the guys that are the minority, that are excellent, and they do, approach you for sponsorship. But guess what? Most of these guys that approach us for sponsorships are guys that are really, really good. They're not that great at marketing. And guess what? Most of those guys have been using our product. And it had happened that a couple of those guys have actually became part of our family that we call, not a team, it's a family, And a lot of those guys, I'm like, man, you're so good. And they're like in the middle of somewhere in some country that you can even pronounce. And fuck yeah, you've been tattooing with our machine for how long? You've been supporting us. You're that great. Let me actually help you out and, get the word out. And there are a lot of guys like that, that especially Eastern Europeans, a lot of the Eastern Europeans that we recently kind of like took on the team. It's like we want to support them. Guys that had like little followers, guys that weren't that great with marketing, and we want to help them out. And right now, a lot of them, they're a huge name, not because of us. We just gave them a little push. They did the work. Okay, they were the ones kicking ass. We just wanted to support people that are great at what they're doing. Now, so we have the beggars, which they are unrealistic. They basically I don't know what the hell is going on in their minds that they even dare to ask. And then we have the guys that are really, really good, like I just said. And sometimes those are the ones that, are worth the time to pay attention to because of X reasons, their work is amazing and nobody knows them. So that's that. Now, you want to get a sponsorship, right? Okay, so you want to get a sponsorship because you just want to be sponsored, right? Okay, that's fine. Now, let me see your work. Not me. Show the world your work. Post it on Instagram. Make people react with your tattoos. Make people look at your work and say, "Holy shit! Look at this artist." How many times have we seen a piece that wow, and everyone talks about that piece in the industry, and people share it to other people, and that is awesome. That is freaking good. That is actually worth of admiring and perhaps approaching someone like that really took things to the next level. And again, companies do not want to have the same of the same of the same of the same. So if your game is dot work, for example, and you're approaching a company that has a lot of dot work artists, well, make sure that you're probably better than everyone else, or at least you're comparable to that type of caliber of artists of the protein. But this goes to answer some of you guys that may be asking and wonder why we don't reply emails, because to be honest with you, there are so many emails that it's a waste of time sometimes to even open the first link on the email. On the first picture on the email, and what you already see is like kindergarten work, and again, not to discourage anyone from pursuing dream or pursuing tattooing, because we all sucked at one point. We all sucked. And whoever told you that the first tattoo was great, well, I haven't met a person that was honest that told me my first tattoo was great. So we all sucked. At the beginning, we all sucked. But when we all suck, we just gotta, keep on working, man. Sponsorship is something that you probably gonna achieve once you're in the peak of your career. So if you consider that there is room for improvement in your tattooing, if you consider that there are certain aspects of the style of tattoos that you do and you're not that great yet, maybe your line work, you always have problems with lining, or maybe putting white is your problem, or maybe whatever the case may be, you do have a lot of work to do. And the last thing that you want to do is represent a company with nothing but amazing work, right? No company wants to sponsor someone that has a lot of work to do ahead. Especially reputable products, they're going to want to have artists that can speak for the amazing product that a company may manufacture. Okay, that's that. Now, I see a lot of people in the industry. This is another thing, and I don't have anything against people being sponsored by a t-shirt company or people being sponsored by a drink. There are t-shirt, yes, I understand t-shirts have to do with the art. People, like Salon, they sponsor amazing artists and they are freaking awesome and they freaking had an amazing product and everyone wants to wear a Salon t-shirt, and that makes sense, right? But I've seen people sponsor drinks. You know what I'm saying? I've seen artists that sponsor by drinks. It happens in the BMX and skateboarding monster, but to what point you're gonna collect sponsorships for the sake of saying, oh, I have this company sponsoring toilet paper, so I have a sponsorship from Bounty toilet paper. I don't know if they make toilet paper or not, but the brand with a little bear. Things that don't make no sense. Yeah, and you're gonna wonder why this is here. Okay, because my nose is stuffy. Okay, so I don't know. It happens, but I've seen people just collecting sponsorship. It doesn't matter what it is. That it just doesn't matter. The more sponsorship you have, the better it is. And then those guys have like a couple of followers, and maybe a couple of pictures. So it's kind of like a rant, and at the same time, kind of like a wake-up call to some artists. Don't make a fool out of yourself. It's the worst that you can do in this industry. I've made a fool out of myself in other situations in my life, and it's not nice. Who hasn't made a fool out of themselves, right? We all have been there. But again, if you are gonna make a fool out of yourself in the profession that you wanna follow and pursue for life, I think you're cutting your wings already way too soon. And the best thing to do is to have patience, and have things come to you. Yes, have things comes to you, because in some ways you have to go to things, but this type of things, they'll come to you. They'll fall in your lap once you reach a level of excellence. Let me just read some of the questions. I'm gonna use the phone that I'm filming with. Ooh, a lot of questions. So yeah, guys, it's kind of like really late. It's about to be 5 o'clock. At 6, we're gonna leave. I still have to take a shower. Still have to pack some stuff. In Miami, it's about 10:40, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm still Tony. Yes, I'm still in Dorman. Hey guys, thank you for the hellos and greetings. I am doing freaking awesome. Super jet lag. Jane Finuff, you will love to do it, I guess, but we got you, man. We got you. What else? People are more concerned about, this is Pedro H. People are more concerned about being acknowledged as a good artist than being a good artist. And that resumes it right there what's going on. Too many people concerned about being acknowledged, attention. Hey, Jeremy Miller, what's up? Cisco Delgado. So, don't buy anything, Cheyenne, horrible product and customer service. Okay, well, we're not going to be here. This is from Sander Donson. We're not going to be here burning or talking bad about companies and stuff like that. I don't want that in these videos. But, you guys are free to discuss those things maybe in the comments and stuff like that. But that's not the point of this video. Okay. So people want to know about update on the disposable ergo. Yes, it's under production and actually has samples here somewhere in the room, in the bag. They're coming up, guys. Maybe in 2 months. The relay is dope. What relay? Okay, so this is Antonio Alvarez. Everywhere wants to start and not put any work these days. Most sponsorships are just plain bogus. Putting work and support companies are good for this. And it's true, man. A lot of people these days is like, look, listen, I was thinking either going to school for architecture or maybe becoming an ink master, or working with my dad, or maybe becoming a tattoo artist, or I'm gonna open a tattoo shop because I want to make money, or I want to get into tattooing because money's good there. I hear this, I hear it, and people are getting into this craft for the wrong reasons. Obviously, those are the ones that have a very short lifespan, and what goes out comes down really, really fast, guys. So, again, this industry is very competitive. The amount of work, amazing work that I see every day. I mean, I don't know how artists are gonna top that off. But even though when I have those questions, they always end up surprising me, those artists coming up with new styles. And once you thought that everything, was invented, you still see guys that are taking it to the next level. Those are the guy worth anyone's time, Those are the guys that you want them to tattoo with your equipment. You want to support those artists. They are unique. They are original. You want your machines to be in a new sector of tattooing, a new direction of tattooing. So those guys probably they have those sponsorships raining on them. Let me just read another questions. All that remain tattoo. I love people looking at the work Sandy does. Any criticism is welcome and will make Sandy better and push him to be better. Updates on the Scion. We're still pushing for September. Guys, heads up. We moved the CNC shop. You may have seen some videos, but we have to move the CNC shop. We were too tight, and we're not at electricity in that shop where we moved. So this week we're supposed to resume. So it's always something at FK Irons, right? But again, we wanted to move everything to be in a bigger place because the Scion is a big project. We already have a lot of pre-orders from people that have filled in on the website. We just want to be ready, and if we have to push it another month, we're gonna push it. We're not gonna rush it. Could you still become the two artists first? Now, another one of the things that actually really surprised me in a good way is how many people have actually quit fine arts, and actually have gone to tattooing, and they have become amazing tattoo artists. I heard it from many people. Yeah, I was into art, wasn't making me any money. All of a sudden, I fell in love with tattooing. That's a different story. And there are a lot of guys like that, that they were amazing artists, and someone told them, hey, why don't you try tattooing? Like, for example, a protein artist, Carl B. I'm gonna always have a hard time pronouncing his last name, but Carol, he was an artist first, and someone asked him, "Hey, you should take your work into tattooing." And if you check Instagram right now, I posted a portrait, I think a couple of posts ago, that he did. I mean, that guy is just sick. The amount of detail that he puts in his tattoo. He comes from an art background, so obviously those guys are gonna have part of the homework already done. But still, those artists keep improving every day. Cisco that got to say, I pretty much got to know some guys through shows that end up getting free stuff in exchange or banner or shout out, but are people I consider friends. That's another thing. There are a lot of guys that we sponsored, and we sponsor them maybe not because they're art, because the art becomes secondary, but there are people that we want to support because they're friends. They're friends. Support friends. So what? You can support friends. But there's a relationship in there. There is something. There's something that makes us wanna support you. Okay. What else? So yeah, that was kind of like the topic of the day. I don't know what you guys think about that. I don't know if you guys have seen this also popping everywhere, guys. Like every time we post something on Instagram, how do we get sponsored by you guys? First thing I do when I see something like this, if I have time, I click on the link and I see that work, and I'm like, woo, man, yeah, hurts. Chris Engels says, just out of curiosity, how many artists does FCAM sponsor, and do you set a limits? I think we are maybe close to 100 artists. Sorry, I'm getting sleepy. I think we're close to 100 artists, and I gotta be honest with you. That list of artists, we actually have a little program as a project management program that we use, and we recently started like creating a list of all the guys that have been actively part of the pro team. Because here's the other thing, there are a lot of artists that they jump companies to companies. That's the next topic. There are a lot of guys that you sponsor them, and then they just go with someone else's bandwagon. And there are reasons for that. I understand, maybe you find an equipment that suits you better, or maybe you just got a sponsorship for their own reasons to begin with, or whatever the case may be. It's fine. Artists are going to move on. So that's why this is in response to the sponsorship thing. I don't know. I think they're close to 100. So what is this? Okay, we're gonna have to block some messages because people get stupid here, right? Boom. There you go. So there are people that they just want to try different equipment, and it's okay. Companies are gonna be evolving, so probably there's a company that an artist was sponsored by, but all of a sudden the company stayed behind, with the research and development of tattooing, and then the artists, they found another machine that may suit them better, and artists tend to do that, and that's fine. That's part of being, being progressive. And if your sponsor is not taking care of you, if your sponsor maybe doesn't have the machine that you are looking for, it's okay to move on, and it happens. We have guys that are being sponsored by us, then all of a sudden they write another tattoo machine, maybe because they established a relationship with someone else, maybe because the case may be, it doesn't matter, but things move around, and I think that keeps it fresh. You want to revive that thing. You want to have it. You want the fresh minds to come in, and the old farts sometimes they move on. And That's the beauty of legit sponsorships. Come in whenever you're comfortable. I'm sorry. Be approached and stay in until whenever you're comfortable. When you're not comfortable, move on. New guy comes in because he's the new kid on the block. He's the guy that pushed this new style, and things are gonna happen like that. Hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, Sean P is asking about sponsorship guest spot in our shop. Our shop right now is mainly dedicated to the FK Iron Pro team. And again, it's not open to the public, it's a private studio. So we have not opened the books to guest spots per se. So when guys are flying in and stuff, we still have to finish some stuff at the shop. They tattoo there, and there's not availability opening yet at the shop. I don't even care to be sponsored. I'll keep buying my own stuff like I've been doing for the last 11 years. You rock, man. And here's the thing, guys. Some people, they feel that they are entitled, and this goes in response to what he says, and good attitude, man. Because myself, I buy a lot of things. I go to the supermarket every week, and I don't get sponsored by anything. Every day since I was born, I have to go and buy my own things. Why would I have to get sponsored by hot dog buns, or why would I have to get sponsored by vegan mayonnaise, for example? So same goes with with tattooing. If you like the product, if you're a great artist, you make good money, support the companies, guys. Imagine if this world would be only a world of companies and sponsor artists. Well, there wouldn't be any company, and there wouldn't be any sponsor artist. Therefore, there wouldn't be any tattoo. There wouldn't be any tattooing, So that is the case. What else? Love you guys. I've been rocking. This is All That Remain Tattoo Studio. Love you guys. I've been rocking the Direct 2 and the Ejects. I can't wait for the Scion. I hope you can follow us. All That Remain Tattoo Studio. I think we're following you, if I'm not mistaken. I will support your company soon. Economy in my country is not so great, and we understand there are countries where the economy is not so great. Now that it's amazing in the United States, neither, guys, because we are having the difficulties as well, but we are trying to cover more and more part of the world to have our products nearby you guys. And I've been talking to distributors from Latin America. Some distributors I even for example, there's this the Pro Tattoo Supply Argentina. They have their products on a website. It's called Mercado Libre. They post the products there, not because they want to sell to everyone, because they check who they sell to, but because that website gives people payment options, right? So you can buy a tattoo machine and pay like in 12 months. And that's how they afford an expensive machine. And that's it. So check Pro Tattoo R. That's our distributor in Argentina, which happens to be my brother, which happens to actually build machines with me from back then. And he uses that website, Mercado Libre. He lists all the products there. And if you want finances, that website finances the product for you guys. So you have the capability of, just paying. Let me just block this guy. There you go. It's like when we get those messages of stupid stuff, it's kind of like bots and programs. It's really sad that people have that time to go and mess around and say hateful things and negative things. So, guys, I wanted to talk about sponsorships. Now, let me talk about, before I go, because I gotta go. Let me talk about the Dortmund Tattoo Show. This is the second time that I come here, and I think this is the 19th, or I don't know, a bunch of years they've been doing the show. It was a great show. We had a great time here with our distributor Skin Tools. We got to hang out with the people at Abstract Silver, also our distributors. We got to talk with our friends from Magic Moon as well, Body Cult as well. So expect those guys also having the newest stock of Scion and whatever. If you're in Germany, Skin Tools as well. They're going to have the Spectre Scion. This is more for the people in Germany. And again, Europe, we're planning to the launch of the Scion at the London show. So that's going to be the worldwide launch for the machine. I believe we're going to have the machine for sales at the London show. I don't know how many, but probably a bunch of them. And what else? RPG Click, Click Ergo Disposable. It's on its way as well. And what else? The power supply, I think, is going to drop by the end of the year. Hopefully, if everything goes well. I cannot wait to give you guys an update on that. And last but not least, we are officially the exclusive distributor of Vlad irons from Russia. So we're going to post on the website. Vlad became a friend all the way in Russia. We share a lot of the same things. They manufacture themselves, they build themselves, they cut their own springs. We're going to be carrying their coils, right? And a lot of people say, hey, what happened with the coils? Well, you know what? We're going to be carrying Vlad irons, coil machines, and some of the rotaries as well. I'm going to post some stuff, and I'm going to do some videos. Amazing stuff coming from them. They're going to be available at fkirons.com, Canada, and the USA. We're going to be posting their custom models. Basically, everything they make is custom, so we're going to have one-off very, very often. We have a limited stock that's going to go up on the website. I posted some stuff on Instagram, so if you want to get a hold of any of those machines, probably already gone, but check them out on Instagram. I just posted a picture, and I got to give you, check them out. Great stuff. Those machines run so good. The other thing is that we're going to be doing customer service here in the United States. FK Irons is going to do customer service. If anything happens to those machines, we have parts to repair them here, so you're not going to have to deal with your machine being sent to Russia. So that's one of the things. What else? Darklad Tattoo Supply is going strong. Probably before the end of the year. Also, we're going to be launching that. And just to tell you a little bit about Darklad Tattoo Supply, we are going to be. We're not going to be a supermarket of everything, at least at first, but we're going to be carrying like key products that we consider they rock, and we're just gonna stick to just a few of them. And of course, the essentials of everyday, like disposables and all that stuff. But also, we're working on a lot of products that are gonna be Darklad branded products. We have the Click Ergo, we have the Click Ergo Disposable, we have the foot pedal. What else we have? We're gonna have the Scion Disposable, the Darklad Scion Disposable Grip. We're going to have a new product that I'm working on that I can't talk too much. It's a product to use while you're tattooing that I think it's going to be great. Doesn't exist yet. And what else, guys? Let me read a couple of... thank you for all the regards, guys. How do you find time to stream live videos running your company, tattooing, and your family? I don't know, man, how I find time. Because right now I should be tattooing. I don't even know what I'm saying. Jet lag, right? 5. Actually, I need to pack all my crap. You want to see this? It's a mess. Check it out. I need to pack all that stuff. So I have all the camera equipment and all that crap there. So I just didn't want to leave you guys. And I know the lighting is not the best today. I just didn't want to leave you guys with no YouTube today. I know that you guys support me, and I wanted to support you guys back. We're going to cut it short today. It's 33.23 minutes into this live broadcast. But guys, this week we're going to be doing the Ask FK Irons, and I am going to be introducing the Vlad Irons tattoo machines. The Ask FK Irons happens every week during the week on Facebook only. So we're going to be doing that, and I am going to be showing the models that I already have with me, a handful of machines. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that product so you guys can get to know that brand. If you're not familiar, it's one of the nicest coil tattoo machines coming from Russia. Really, really good work. We have a lot in common, and this is the reason why I decided to carry this brand. So guys, what is it? Rob Plante, no worries, my man. You're free to use whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy. That's the beauty of choice of equipment. Tattoo whatever you're happy. One day you're here, one day you're not. One day you come back, one day someone else is, and it's all good. Guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'm gonna finish packing. I'll see you guys this week. Remember, Facebook.com. We're gonna be doing the Ask FK Irons, and I'm gonna be introducing new products. All right. So I'll see you guys. Take care. Boom.